Hello, we're here at the National Ploughing, day 3 of the National Ploughing, and we're here at cow.ie. David, how are things getting on?
It's been a very good week for us here at the Ploughing because it's been extremely busy. There's a lot going on. The weather has been good, so all in all, super outing, yeah.
Yeah, it's been brilliant, and look, the mood is up a bit, and farmers seem to be in a bit of better spirit, is fair to say?
There's a lot of confidence there now, Hugh. We're seeing a big demand for autumn calvers, which are scarce because everyone has went into spring calving. A lot now are planning forward. We're here at the moment trying to encourage people to use maybe sex semen. We want more Frisian heifers on the ground, believe it or not. To supply a market we opened there a while ago for Algeria, where we sent a shipment of 1,000 heifers there back in January. That was quite successful. Then people are back looking for a couple of thousand again. So there's 2 or 3 orders there at the moment, and hopefully we can fulfill that, and that will boost the dairy trade for the good, we'll say the pedigree animal, you know.
And then look, I suppose at the start of the year, look, things weren't looking good at all, and look, milk price wasn't great and costs were through the roof, and we kind of saw like a lot of dispersal sales around the country and kind of lads getting out where they could. What kind of has to change in the dairy industry in your eyes? Well, like, to stop this kind of from happening, like?
Well, the problem is the age of the average farmers. A lot of guys in their late 50s, 60s, and they have no successors. We have talked to a lot of them guys at the moment. So the way what we see happening is them guys are getting out this year. A lot of the farms of the people that are getting out, we're maybe putting heifers on and they're rearing them, so that's one thing that's happened. So there are other ways. The bigger farms, there's plenty of people out there to lease them, younger guys to share farm, and I personally think there's a great future in agriculture. It's just the bad weather, the bad prices, all of that, of course. That's agriculture up and down. And we're now on a height.
And then I suppose an accumulation of all of that, and then lads are using kind of more sex semen, more beef straws. Like, has that slowed down for yourselves? Has that kind of slowed down kind of surplus heifers coming into the market?
Not yet, because the surplus heifers are still there because the new entrants have died down. Now there is a surplus of heifers, and that's why we're trying so hard to export them. But we see a scarcity in the next few years coming because everyone has gone Angus, and it's unfortunate that they are, because I think we're going to lose it. We're going to see a scarcity of dairy heifers, and we're going to see prices going through the roof in a few years. We are, as David Clark Livestock or cow.ie, we're 35 years at the job now, and when I started back in the 1990, your dairy heifer was costing 1,400 and 1,500 punts at the time. So, being realistic, you'll buy her today for 13, 14 and 1,500 euros, 30 some odd years on. Now, excuse me, I can see the same thing happening again.
And I suppose, look, the kind of the landscape of the dairy sector is kind of changing slightly. So, like, if you're banding and your derogation, has that kind of affected what kind of cow type lads are looking for, or is it still your kind of Holstein Friesian that lads are kind of opting for? The
EBI system has been terrific. It's been really, really good. We're seeing the results now coming back to us when maybe 4 years ago, 5 years ago, we put in a new herd of high EBIs. The guys are back selling some of the daughters now, and we're looking at what the dam's done, and they're, the protein percentages and all that are really high. So the cows are becoming very, very profitable. The guys that know what they're doing, they're sticking with the EBIs. You can use a high EBI Holstein, it's still a great bull, We see the crossbreeding going down a bit. The crossbreeding is great for the guys that have a long, a big farm and a long walk and all of that. Crossbreeding is a great job for that.
So what you're saying is you just need to find a kind of cow that suits your system, and kind of like regards stocking rates and everything. You need to find a cow that's going to suit your system to kind of pump profits.
And that's you really do need to look at your system and see what suits you. One of the big things we'll be looking at the moment is one of the big things we're looking at the moment is asking people to go back to registering their stock with IHFA, because that's given us another market for cattle to go to, like Turkey, Algeria, Morocco. All of them countries now are looking for livestock. Ireland at the moment is one of the only countries that's open due to their free of blue tongue. All over Europe, loads of blue tongue, which is unfortunate. So we're lucky we are an island, and we're able to stay clear of it. So long may that last.
Yeah, 100%. Look, David, you have a lot of good to say about the dairy industry, and hopefully we can get through the next few months and it'll be all upwards from there. Thanks very much, David.